What is going on, everyone? So today we're going to be taking a look at the new Gan 11M Pro 3x3. Now this thing has been incredibly hyped up, so I'm really excited to see what it is all about. And yeah, this did come straight from Gan, so thank you so much for sending this out. If you are interested in picking it up, definitely go ahead and check out the links that I have left in the description below to see where you can find yours. And also, if you do order from speakeasyshop.com, feel free to use my discount code TCK on all your orders. Alright, so in the box here, of course, all this fancy packaging, we have this little neat identification card. That looks so clean. Oh my gosh. Alright, also just another Cube solution type card, the accessories box, and also a new fancy box for the Cube itself. Alright, so in this accessories pack, we have, I think, some spare magnets in here and also some other GES nuts things. A tiny flathead screwdriver. That is just literally so small. Oh my gosh. Of course, the Gan bag that you get with every Gan Cube. Always really nice to have. And more instruction manuals and guides. Okay, this looks pretty helpful actually, so we're definitely going to be taking a look at this later on because this Cube does have a lot of new features that we haven't really seen before. So, are you guys ready for this? Check this out. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Yeah, so you just kind of press on it and then it releases the Cube in the box. That is super neat. And we have the Cube itself. So right away, my first impression, it's incredibly light. It's so light. Alright, so there are different versions of this that correspond to like different surface feelings and also different colored internals. This one here is the frosted surface with the primary colored internals. So yeah, I'm just super excited to see how this performs. So let's go ahead and give it a few turns. Alright, the feeling of this is actually kind of unique. So Gan is definitely known for very lightweight cubes, and typically that lightweight feeling sort of translates into really fast speed that's almost uncontrollable. So that's what I was initially worried about, but turning this, I'm actually going at it pretty roughly and harshly, but it's still handling it really well. And yeah, just because it is so light doesn't mean that I can't control it. I'm still doing just fine with the speed, and it's actually compensating with that rough turning incredibly well. I'm just really surprised at how easily I'm able to adapt to this Cube just straight out of the box. So the feeling itself, it definitely has a slight paperiness and also sort of low-key combination between a crispy and crunchy feeling Cube. Yeah, overall the feeling is kind of hard to describe. It feels like a much lighter, less crunchy 356 XS from Gan. So yeah, for that Cube, I definitely felt that it was a little too rough, but this one is a lot more enjoyable because it is slightly smoother and a little bit more lightweight feeling. But yeah, I'm honestly just incredibly surprised at how well I'm able to control this because I do have a lot of issues with Gan Cubes. Either they're too fast or they're kind of rough feeling, so it's not really enjoyable. But this one, it's definitely very unique and really nice to turn. It just feels like a very reliable Cube out of the box. Like, I'm not really getting any catches or lockups, and it's just flowing through all the algorithms really smoothly. So out of the box, it actually is on very tight tensions right now, so corner cutting isn't the greatest, but it can still manage to do 45 degrees. But with proper tensioning and a full setup, it'll definitely become a lot better. Half a piece reverse is really easy too. Now, I did mention that this Cube has a lot of new features, and we are about to get into that. So, this little box here, it has the new magnets that go into the corner that attract to the actual core of the Cube. So, taking a look at the internals here. Alright, so you can see in the corner there that there is a magnet at the base of this piece, and that magnet attracts to the magnet in the actual core of this Cube. So according to Gan, this does create a new magnetic feeling. Out of the package, I am noticing that this 11M Pro doesn't feel quite as harsh or bumpy or rough feeling as opposed to other Gan Cubes that I've tried. But all in all, the feeling isn't that drastically different. But yeah, definitely is more enjoyable if you are interested in trying out this new system. And so in this accessories box, we have some spare magnets for the actual corner base to core magnet system. And so these triangular ones are supposedly I think lighter, and in the cube you have the hexagonal ones that are a little bit stronger. And so to change out these corner base magnets, all you have to do is grab it and then turn it counterclockwise, and you'll feel sort of little release and it'll just pop straight out. So it definitely can be a little tricky if you can't grasp the magnet itself, but it's definitely doable, so it'll just take some time. And in addition to this new core corner base magnet system, you do still have the typical edge to corner magnets in there. And so to change these is actually very easy too. All you have to do is flip this little piece here to the setting that you want. So we have 1, 2, and 3, 1 being the lightest, 2 being the moderate strength, and 3 being the strongest of the magnetic strengths. And so all I have to do is take the little screwdriver that they included and just push it to the setting that you want. Oh wow, I actually didn't notice this, but when you flip it to one setting, it changes it on all sides of this corner piece. So yeah, all I have to do is change it on one side and it'll do the same to all the other ones also. So you don't have to just individually go around doing it. So that's definitely really convenient and it'll save a lot of time when you're setting up your cube. Alright, so in the centers we still have the typical GES adjustment system from Gan. So it comes pre-installed with the light blue ones, but in this little accessories box, it does come with these dark blue ones, which are a little bit tighter and are going to make your cube feel a little bit stiffer. So turns out this was wrong. Apparently the dark blue GES nuts, the only difference is that these have the even numbered settings of 2 and 4, and the light blue nuts have the settings for 1 and 3, the odd numbers. And the higher the number, the stiffer and more structured your cube is going to feel, and the lower the number, the lighter the spring tension is going to feel and the looser your cube is going to be. But now back to the actual video. And this little clear part grabby thing is how you actually adjust the tensions and the settings. And so really the new attraction of this cube is the new core to corner base magnet system. And so I'm not really sure if maybe that new magnet system is making this cube feel so unique and sort of more enjoyable than other Gan cubes, but I can definitely see this becoming a potential main for me. So I would absolutely have to fully set it up and play around with it a little bit more, and I will let you guys know what I think of it from there. And so I'm sure, as we all know, Gan is notorious for having incredibly expensive 3x3s. Now this one retails for around $65 on speedcubeshop.com, but if you use my code TCK, you'll get discounts on all your orders. But do I recommend buying this cube? You know, personally, as someone who hasn't been a loyal and avid fan of Gan cubes, I'm surprised to say that I actually do really like this one out of the box. And so if you are like a more professional level speed cuber that is just looking for that reliable and consistent speed cube, this might be it for you. Now, if you're a beginner or an intermediate solver, I wouldn't necessarily recommend shelling out for this expensive 3x3 quite yet, but it could be something you're going to want to look into in the future. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this unboxing on the Gan 11M Pro 3x3. Definitely lived up to the hype that I built up for it just straight out of the package. So I'm excited to see how it'll get after I do a full setup and just do some more break-in solves to it. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.